Hello, my name is Briana Santos, and welcome to my Biology Digital Portfolio for Semester 1. So, for my concept showcase, I have my photosynthesis and respiration comic book cover. The cover page for my comic book is basically covering some of the lessons we learned into a simple drawing. These lessons can include cellular respiration and photosynthesis. In this comic book, the flower is Luigi, which ties into the title. Luigi basically teaches Mario, the bee, more about photosynthesis and how it works. By the end of the story, Mario is then aware of how plants eat and feed themselves. Not only that, but he now knows why and how leaves change color. This is the Can You Explain It slide, and all I have to do is just explain the chart to the right with things I have learned in biology so far, or use any of the labs we have done to explain it. The main question is why the phytoplankton population is decreasing. So, on to my claim, I stated that the phytoplankton population is decreasing due to the fact that the marine animals population is increasing. Now on to my evidence. For my evidence, I started off with the keystone species, and then I stated that if one organism is getting affected in an environment, the entire food chain will be affected too. This will then result in population imbalance, and then I stated that this will cause one population to decrease and the other population to increase. Once I have done that, I went back up to the keystone species and said that if the producer is affected, the other organisms and environment will result in what happened to the producer. Alright, so my key vocabulary words can include producer, consumer, autotroph, heterotroph, extinction, decomposure, and ecosystem disturbances. All the key vocabulary words I listed are all related in some type of way and can all correlate to my claim. Now onto my data. So for my data, I got this activity that we did in class to help represent my claim. I chose this activity because it is a population study, and I thought that this was a good way to show the overpopulation of the marine animals to the decrease in population of the phytoplankton. Now onto my reflection. Many of the activities and labs that we have done in biology so far have expanded my knowledge significantly on several of the topics we were taught in class. All of the labs definitely broadened my knowledge on what we have learned. However, one lab that we completed really stands out to me. This happens to be the delisting bears lab because it allowed me to understand more about the endangered species around the world, and I am now aware that we need to do something about it. The endangerment of an entire species could then result in a huge change in an environment, which will then cause a change in every organism within that habitat. This could also result in an overpopulation of another species. This can kind of relate to the claim of this topic. Also, one of the activities we did showed that the amount of food each animal would get of this environment change occurred. This would then leave many bears starving with not enough food supply and would eventually leave bears to die. Throughout the course of the first semester, we have also learned about photosynthesis, cellular respiration, overpopulation, and many more important lessons. These can all be very useful and have all widened my knowledge on biology itself. This is the end of my biology semester 1 digital portfolio. I cited the textbook where we got all of our lessons from, and I hope you enjoyed and learned more about overpopulation.